Behind the Cloak and Dagger, the psychology of rogues. Around the darker places of fantasy literature, rogues flicker in the half-light, always on the edge of morality and society. They're the thieves, the spies, the assassins, the charming misfits of the shadows. But what stitches the dark fabric of these characters together? What psychological yarns are we pulling when we unravel the rogue's alluring appeal? Let's dive in. But before we do, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. The lure of the loner. Rogues often walk alone, and there's something intrinsically appealing about that. It's the allure of self-reliance, the idea of the individual against the world. In psychological terms, this taps into our need for autonomy. Deep down, we're all drawn to the idea of being untethered, free from societal constraints, free like the rogue. The thrill of danger. Rogues embody risk. They're the dice throwers, the gamblers. Their lives are a high-stakes game where the adrenaline never fades. In an otherwise risk-averse society, we vicariously crave the excitement they provide. Psychologically, the rogue's life is a cathartic release from our own caution, an escape to a place where consequences are just another challenge to outwit. The wit to survive. Rogues aren't brawlers, they're thinkers. Their survival depends on cunning and guile. This intellectual dexterity is psychologically satisfying for readers who admire the quick thinking and cleverness that often outshines brute force. It's the triumph of the mind, which resonates with our desire to see intellect prevail. The gray morality. Psychologically, rogues are fascinating because they operate within a moral framework that's flexible. They live in the gray, a place that's more reflective of real-life morality than the stark contrasts often presented in tales of heroes and villains. Their complexity invites readers to explore their own ethical boundaries and the nuances of right and wrong. The rogue's journey. Typically, the rogue's journey is one of growth. They may start as a selfish individualist, but often their story arcs towards something nobler. This evolution satisfies our psychological need for personal development and redemption. We all want to believe that no matter where we start, we can end up somewhere better. The charm of the underdog. Rogues are frequently underdogs. They may possess skills, but they lack power, status, or magic that others have. Psychologically, we love to root for the underdog. It's a hopeful narrative where cleverness and tenacity can defeat raw power. The antithesis to order. In many ways, the rogue is the antithesis to societal order. They reject hierarchy, defy authority, and challenge the status quo. Psychologically, they appeal to our innate rebellious streak, the part that wants to question, challenge, and break free from the system. So, why do we love rogues? Perhaps it's because they represent a part of us that's often silenced, the rebellious, the risk-taking, the nonconformist. They manifest our hidden desires to be cunning, autonomous, and morally flexible. Behind their cloak and dagger, rogues are the shadow of what society tells us to suppress, the dark mirror of our own psychological complexities. They're a testament to the multifaceted nature of humanity, wrapped up in a smirk and a swift getaway. So, the next time you find yourself rooting for the rogue, ask not what they say about fantasy, but what they reflect about you. Thanks for listening. What draws you to roguish fantasy? Let me know in the comments. Please subscribe now so you don't miss out on future videos. To find out more about John Cronshaw and claim your free starter library, visit johncronshaw.com.